What's up, guys? What is good? Yo, those songs are horrible, bro. My God, let me just start off by saying that one time. Yeah, so we can't use like actual songs on YouTube or else we get, a copy strike. So, yeah, unfortunately, we have to enjoy the tight beats on YouTube. So sorry about that. It's not my favorite at all. It's not what I want to, you know, get y'all hype up with because it's definitely not hyping me up. But, whatever the case may be, I hope you guys had an amazing trading week. I hope you guys had an amazing trading day. Did you guys trade today at all? Did you guys trade this week? There was some volatility this week in the markets, so hopefully y'all was on the right side of the volatility. Um, but today, I do have, or I wanted to go over something different today, right? Usually we back test like we always do on Fridays, but instead of just back testing and trying to like move quick with it or whatever the case may be. I wanted to go ahead and break down the four phases as we backtest, right? Because I really want you guys to understand how easy and simple we can really make trading. A lot of the times we think that like trading like is the hardest thing, and it is, but it's also a lot of the psychology that makes it hard, right? But we like it needs to be so crazy tough in order for us to crack it, in order for us to start making some type of you know uh, you know, cash flow in this thing. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the charts, guys. Cool. Let me go ahead and just fix my screen for those who are on Zoom with me so I can see y'all in the chats. But let's go. Let's go, guys. Give me a one if you guys can see my screen right now. Let me know if you guys can see my screen. Let me know, guys. US 30. Jasmine, US 30. Markets are closed, Jasmine. But we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Um, but let's go ahead because the way I like to trade, guys, it doesn't matter what market you look at. You can look at, regular Forex pairs. You can look at, cryptos. You can look at commodities. You can look at stocks. You can look at the indices. It doesn't matter what you're looking at. I'm looking at everything the same exact way. Literally the same exact way, right? Give me a 10 if that makes sense. I don't want to change it up. I'm not trying to like, oh, the indices move this way, so I'm gonna trade it this way. The crypto moves this way, so I'm gonna go ahead and trade it this way. The stocks move this way, so I'm gonna go ahead and trade. No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to drive and look at the screen. Like, I hate the. You good? You good? You hit the curb. Oh, hell no. Well, I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay. Be safe for sure, first and foremost. Um, Oh, that's what you got in today? Oh, okay. Got you. My bad, Jasmine. I'm over here talking papas. Like, girl, US 30 is closed. Hey, but good stuff. Good stuff. I ended up getting into US 32 this week a couple times, and it ended up being solid. But let's go ahead and get into it, right? What chart was I looking at though? That's what I was interested in with this. I think it was this, just because it was like less, nothing on my charts. Hey, what's good, Austin? Happy Friday, bro. Nice to have you. Glad to have you on this call. Yes, guys, send in your screenshots in the chats. Let them know that we are live and that we will be backtesting and breaking down the four phases. What is the four? Just say the four phases. If they don't know what it is, they have to hop on and find out, right? But let's go ahead, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and break down the head and shoulder pattern, right? Now, again, I'm gonna go ahead and break this down because you guys need to understand this, and this is how we keep things simple and repetitive, right? When the market is in a downtrend, we should be looking for sell opportunities. If we can visually see the market is continuing to break to the downside and continue that trend, I want to continue riding that trend until this trend gets absolutely disrespected. Until that happens, I will continue riding this trend all the way down for as long as I can. Give me a three if that makes sense. I'm not trying to be like the unsung hero and like take this thing to the moon every time it pulls back here, 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 or here. Right? I'm not trying to be like the unsung hero, right? Just be like, every time there's a or sell opportunity or buy opportunity in this counter trend, I'm gonna look for the longest swing ever. No, if the market is in a downtrend, I want to continue riding these sales the best that I can. I want to continue writing these sales the best that I can. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, right? Sometimes you will be missed, and that's okay. You just save these zones for later, and we continue writing this trend. Give me an 8 if that makes sense. I'm trying to see what other thing you can put, Paula, for my numbers. Give me an 8 if that makes sense, right? Sometimes there's going to be zones that it's funny, that are going to be left, unfortunately, right? We might have like a small miss like this, and that happens. It is what it is, right? But if the market continues to rally down to the downside, where's my little thing at? If the market continues to rally to the downside and we get another break of structure, I want to continue looking for the sell opportunities. Okay. Now, oops, where we at? All right, cool. Let's go back up more actually. Cool. Now, where can I look for the head and shoulder pattern inside of this structure? And I like to find the head and shoulder pattern right here. Now, what does that look like? Right? The market, every time the market pulls back, the market's going to do something where we start to break structure to the upside. Whether we consolidate or just continue going higher and change direction, I want to see if we can find this structure here. It may look ugly, right? It may look ugly. Some are going to look a lot cleaner than others. But if we can identify that structure, that's going to help us continue riding this trend, right? So again, what am I looking for? The 4 phases. Who can tell me? Let me see. Who can tell me what phase one is? Let me know. Who can tell me the phases? Whether it's on Zoom, y'all can unmute. If y'all want to hop in on YouTube, let me know. If you guys know, right? I broke this down with detail. If y'all know, what are the 4 phases? Yo, I don't know how to pronounce your name, so I'm not really gonna try because I feel like I would just be disrespectful. Um, is it I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm gonna try. Adam Maurice? Adam Maris? Man, you're gonna have to unmute and let me know, bro. I'm sorry. I'm so bad with names. Like, if you like pick me in the guessing name game, oh, we
It's
lost.
Adamaris.
Ada, Ada?
Like it's Adamaris in English or
Oh, okay.
Adamaris in Spanish.
Ada Maris.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah, you don't want to pick me to for a name game. We're losing for sure. But I see you have everything down, literally phase one. I don't know if you like copy pasted that or what, but that is great. Right? I'm actually just gonna copy paste this actually. I'm literally copy pasting what she wrote, just so you guys know. Let's see if I can. Oh, I can't even paste it. Whack. Boom. Awesome. I love it. Oh, snap. Sorry, I'm like hella OCD. It has to look a certain way. Oh no. All right, cool. Let's go. The 4 phases to the head and shoulder. Phase one, consolidation or liquidity. Same exact thing. If you can identify consolidation, moving back and forth, consolidation, liquidity, same thing, just different term. Okay. Same thing, just different term. Give me a 1 if that makes sense. Adamaris, great job. Those are some great notes. I can see you're plugged in. I love that. Awesome. What's up, Josue? Awesome. So if you could identify Consolidation, you are looking at liquidity here, right? You may not understand liquidity 100%, but if you can understand consolidation, you are looking at liquidity. Now, the thing is we need liquidity for phase one. This is a very important thing. Either liquidity here, or as the market is just coming to the upside, we can have clean structure like this as well. The only thing is we don't have a head and shoulder until we change direction. So this can be phase one here, consolidation, or phase one can also just be a simple pullback here. Give me a two if that makes sense. Phase one could be consolidation or just a simple pullback just like this. But the thing is we don't have phase two until we break structure, and we don't have phase three until we change direction. Okay, so very important to understand. Now, phase two, what do we want to see? I would like to see the market sweep liquidity or give me a break of structure to the upside, right? I already know we're in a downtrend because I'm seeing bearish breaks of structures. But when I see a bullish break of structure, this is helping me keep my eye out for that change of direction because I know we're not looking for buys, right? So once I get that BOS to the upside, that is now phase two. BOS or liquidity sweep. So when you see, like, let's say you're watching an educator that does smart money and you see just, maybe some X's, liquidity was taken, the liquidity that was just taken, these double X's, this is your BOS, this is your left shoulder. Give me a three if this makes sense. Sometimes it won't even be, double X. Maybe it'll just be a red line. I know Neri loves to put red lines on her liquidity that was taken. Same thing, right? If you see a red line on somebody's chart and then you see the market look like this, it's what we're looking at as well, right? Just different terminology. We'll put the liquidity sweep. Awesome. Now, phase three, this is the most important thing, right? We need to put a star or like highlight this right here. Right? Phase three, change of direction. This is the most important phase, guys, because if we don't change direction, oops, especially with some pairs, like some pairs that love to consolidate, like maybe GBP CHF or Euro GBP or Euro CHF, sometimes your consolidation is going to get caught. The peso, exact. Sometimes we're going to get caught in here again. So it's super important that we just wait for the breakout. If we know this is our change of direction line, just wait for this breakout to happen. Once we get the breakout, now it's time. Again, sometimes these head and shoulders look extremely funky. This is why you have to understand where your BOS is and your change of direction is. It's important to understand where your higher high is and your higher low is, because once we get that next higher high, if we change direction here and make a lower low, it's game time. You have to understand structure, whether it's higher high, higher low, and you need to understand structure with break of structure and change of direction. Very, very important, guys. Very, very important. Give me a three if that makes sense. And I promise you, I don't know what we're going to be looking at today. We're not going to be looking at NAS or anything that everybody else trades, right? We're going to break this stuff down with something that nobody trades. So I can show you guys, really, it's all a waiting game. Okay. Now, once we get phase three, awesome. Let's go ahead. Let's get phase three going. Boom. Market gives us that change of direction. Awesome. I love it. Let's go ahead and confirm what we have. Don't forget to mark up your charts. Change of direction. Awesome. So now what we have is phase three. Oops, that's not a. Now we have phase three. As soon as we get phase three, guys, we automatically have phase four. Now, phase four is something that is up to you. What is your entry? Right? What is your entry? What do you like to enter based off of? Do you like to enter based off of the starting point that was created here? The brand new starting point? Let me go ahead and just redraw this, right? This last pullback, this last buying candle before the change of direction. Do you like the starting points? Do you like the head and shoulder setup? Do you like the starting point violation? The trap candle? Do you like the imbalance? What do you like? Right? Everybody let me know. Type it in the chat, whether it's Zoom or it's on YouTube. If y'all want to unmute on Zoom and be a participant, let me know. What zones do you like to use? For me, I like to use the starting points and I like to use the head and shoulder. Those are the two zones that I like to use personally. Right? But what do you like to use? It's important to understand that because once you find that out, it's all about repping the same thing over and over and over and over again so you can get the most consistent results possible. Okay. Now, once we get this structure here to confirm the starting point for a sell, the last buy candle before the push to the downside and vice versa. Yes, Jasmine. Yes, Jasmine. And I will show you on the live chart. But again, once you see, because again, there's people are looking for buys here, right? If we break structure to the upside, a lot of people are looking for buys, especially those counter trend traders or like the scalpers. They're gonna look for buys right here in this area. Boom. So if we get that push up and then get that little bit of profit, and then the market says, we don't want to buy up today. We're gonna go ahead and sell. That last buying candle, that's gonna be our starting point right there. Make sense? Make sense, guys, on Zoom? Let me know. This is for everybody, not just Jasmine. It's important. Everybody knows this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's go. Let's go. Thanks, Josue. Thanks, Kenny. Find your zone and stick to it, right? This is what I'm looking at. 24/7, 365. Doesn't matter what time frame I'm looking at, right? You can enter based off of the starting point, or you can enter based off of the head and shoulder. It doesn't matter, right? If you like the starting point, you might have a slightly bigger risk to reward or a slightly bigger stop loss, I'm sorry. But nonetheless, we're still pulling our TP to a 1 to 3. Find your entry, find your stop loss, pull your thing down, pull your TP down to a 1 to 3. If I'm using the shoulder, find my entry, find my stop loss, pull your TP down to a 1 to 3. Give me an 8 if this makes sense, guys. What's up, Marlene? What's good? This is what I look at 24/7. So when we're in a downtrend, I want to look for this same exact structure right inside of here. What is happening inside of this pullback here? Same thing. What is happening inside of this pullback here? Give me a 10 if this makes sense, guys. And I will go ahead and give a brief bullish example, and then we'll go ahead and back test. Let me know. 10 if this makes sense, and I'll go ahead and continue.
A 10.
If you have a question mark, thank you, Josue. If you're confused, give me a question mark. If you are confused at anything I just said, give me a question mark. We're good? Awesome. Awesome. Same rules apply for the bullish trend. When I see the market is in a bullish trend, guys, I want to continue with this trend. I don't want to be the hero and try to swing it all the way down. I will find a sell opportunity once we change direction. Once the market actually changes direction, we will have a sell opportunity. We may miss this first drop, but once the market comes back, we're looking to continue. We'll find the opportunity. The market will come back for us. Okay. So I don't want to be the one to like try to sell right here and be like, yo, I'm gonna sell the one, I'm gonna sell this all the way down. The market will let us know once we change direction, whether it's ready to sell or whether it wants to keep on going. Okay. Very, very simple. It's important that we understand that. Okay. Now again, okay. Yo. Okay, I was like, what the heck? Now where can I find my inverted head and shoulders? In a bullish trend, I want to find inverted head and shoulders. Where can I find this structure here? Right inside of here. Where's my pen at? Right inside of here. Okay. When the market pulls back, I want to see if I could find this structure. Boom. I want to see if I could find this structure, guys, and continue riding that trend. Okay. Very important. So again, same thing. The consolidation is a very important phase in this step, whether it's consolidation or just simple structure. Okay. But consolidation makes it very easy to see. So if we can see consolidation, fire, right?
Every
Now again, what's up? What's up?
everything. I
What's up,
just
bro?
I was just asking, has how the market approaches your shoulder, has that ever impacted you in and like taking a trade like if the structure up into your zone or as it's approaching into your zone, has that
Mhm.
ever impacted like okay, like it's like a tanking or the opposite, like it's just going up like instantly too fast. Has that impacted you
Yeah,
ever to like it's too
yeah.
fast?
Like so, you're saying like the way the base off the market is coming down to my zone is like holy
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Like, should I wait
yeah.
a little bit? Yeah,
Yes,
sometimes that
sir.
will happen, right? Sometimes that will happen, and you're gonna learn lessons, right? Whether you take that first trade and you're like, I'm gonna just see what happens, and then it just
Yeah.
like boom, smacks your stopwatch. And you're like, okay, well, next time I'm gonna wait, right? I'm gonna
Right,
wait for
right,
more
right.
confirmation. And then there's gonna be times where the market's literally gonna hit your zone
Yes, sir.
and then just take off, and it's gonna give you the nastiest wick entry,
Yes, sir.
right? So what I like to do
Yeah.
is I like to take trades as they come, and my first trades are always test trades.
For sure, for sure.
And I know like that may have like especially like on news days, like bro, like taking the test trade isn't gonna hurt you, bro. Like,
Right, right,
you know, it's not gonna hurt you. You might not catch the most amount of capital, that you're
right.
looking for on the news day, but
Mm,
at the end of the day, if you can catch a news wick and then the next day or in 2 days you catch the confirmation, that's when you
yeah.
drop your 1%. You just have to wait a day or two. So I like to take trades as they come. And if I
For
get
sure.
smacked, it's something I was willing to do. And if you don't want to, then just wait for that confirmation, bro.
All right, for sure.
Yes, sir. Thank you, bro. Good question. Because I know with news today or this past week, three heavy news days in a row, I know people was like maybe one day they got smacked, and then the next day they're already like playing timid, they're playing cautious, and then they get smacked again, and then Friday they attempt again, and now they really don't want to press buttons like at all. Has that ever happened to you guys? Give me a one if that's ever happened to you guys, because I know for sure that's happened to me. Like you already know, you can see the news days as they come, like at the start of the week, and you're like, okay, cool, you already have in your mindset you're gonna catch something, and then you get smacked. You just get freaking tossed around like a rag doll day after day after day. Everybody who hasn't put a one in the chats, y'all liars. Y'all liars. Josue, you a real one for being honest, bro. Because it happens to everybody. Um, and it's just something you have to learn from. You can't be scared and you can't be timid. You just have to learn from it. Because if you play scared, this is more like a gambling saying, scared money don't make no money. But when it comes to your confidence, scared money will not make any money, period. So you have to stay locked in on your confirmations. You have to stay locked in on your psychology. Because sometimes, that one trade, the first two trades are losers, and that third trade that you don't take is the winner that continues riding. That's happened to me too. I met it like last week, right? Not that I was like scared to take it. I was actually busy. I missed it. But I was like, oh my God, bro. Like I should have set an alert. Or I don't even know where my phone was actually at the time. I think I missed the alert, but it had I had hit stop loss on two test trades, and then the third trade smacked, wicked in, and then just continued to ride and just flowed for the whole day. And I was like kind of butthurt. But those are the things too, right? Like if you don't learn to take every trade as they come, then you're gonna miss them, and it's gonna mess with your psychology. But same thing, guys. In the bullish trend, I want to see the market give me that BOS to the downside or that liquidity sweep to the downside. Very, very important that we get this right here. Okay. Once we get phase two, we are looking and waiting for phase three. Now, again, it's important that we wait because sometimes the market will just get caught. It'll bounce back and forth. It'll throw a wick out and then come back in, and then boom, we're gone. And you'll see it because it's just a nasty jump. It's just a nasty jump to the upside. And then your starting point will be somewhere in here. Head and shoulder will be something right here. Right? So you have to wait, guy. I promise you. We can hop on a lower time frame and try to find something, but this is where a lot of people overthink and when they overtrade because they're allowing you to see multiple opportunities in the same area. They're going to give you an opportunity right here to look at, and then it's going to hit your stop loss. And they're going to give you an opportunity right here to look at, and it's going to hit your stop loss. So they're messing with you, they're toying with you. So it's important if you didn't get in at the low that you wait for this change of direction because as soon as we get this change of direction, the next setup is here. We literally, guys, we literally just have to wait. It's so important that we wait. So as we get this change of direction, let's go ahead and confirm. And once we get that, we now have an opportunity to the upside, whether it's my starting point or whether it's my inverted head and shoulder. Give me an 8 if this makes sense, guys. My entry, my stop loss at the low with the minimum 1 to 3 risk to reward. Doesn't matter where my zone is. It can be the head and shoulder or the starting point. My stop loss will always be the low with the minimum 1 to 3 risk to reward. Okay. Very, very important. This is how we catch the good swings, guys. This is how we catch the good swings. And we just continue repping this over and over and over. Over and over and over. This is how the market's you're gonna see this. You guys once you see this, you guys can't unsee it. You're gonna see the market jump, do its thing, come right back down, and then continue. Consolidate, maybe even give you a counter trend head and shoulder, can drop down to your zone, boom, continue. Consolidate, give you equal highs, drop down, continue. You're gonna see this over and over and over again. You guys aren't gonna be able to unsee it, but you have to mark up your zones and stay consistent with marking them up. Because as soon as we get our change of directions, you're gonna understand exactly where everything should be. Give me a 3 if that makes sense, guys. Well, let's go ahead and get into some charts. Let's go. All right. I don't know what we're on the daily time frame. Oh man, but you can even see it right here though. I want to see if we can catch something right here. It doesn't look like it, but I just want to see. Let's find something with some cleaner structure for real. That was nasty. Let's go to the data real quick. Like I'm telling you, sometimes these freaking pairs are disgusting. Like it's disgusting. But it's still there. It's just I don't like to use these as examples, you know? They're still there, but I don't want to use this as an example. I want to find something cleaner for you guys. Okay, cool. We can use this actually. Let's go. All right, cool. Bet. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Where we tank from? All right. All right. So we're gonna ride this bullish trend, right? We can see that this market is bullish. Now we're gonna try to ride this trend the best way we can. Okay. Now let's go ahead. Again, look at what we can see here, guys. What would you guys consider this right here? Would you guys consider this consolidation?
Absolutely. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
The market has stalled and we're moving back and forth now. So when I see this, like it just makes it a lot cleaner. When the market's literally moving sideways, it makes it a lot cleaner to spot. Now, that's phase one. When the market drops and sweeps liquidity, this is phase two. Now, I'm just curious. I'm wondering what it reached for down there, what it went to reach for. Oh, did we take some liquidity? Oh, do we literally snipe a little shoulder? Oh, snap. We sniped a little head and shoulder, bro. I'm telling you guys, bro, you just have to wait later. You literally just have to wait later. It's so wild. Look at this. Lower low, lower high. This is my left shoulder. This is my neckline. We sweep the low. This low now becomes my head. We change direction. Okay. Now look at this. This is why I take opportunities as they come, because this right here is my starting point. So we can see that my starting point got the rejection. That the first opportunity was taken, and the market just jumps and it takes off. And if you would have waited for the left shoulder, you literally miss the nastiest swing because that starting point took us all the way up. That's a nasty movement. Now look at where does it come back down to? The same area. But again, like these are swings. You just wait for those. Like you set alerts and wait, and we continue to ride. This zone was taken. The shoulder zone was left. My stop loss is here. Let's go back this way. Boom. Bro, guys, Josue, I know this is one of those ones, bro. This is one of those ones. In your example, right, that you're talking about, this is one of those ones.
But yeah, it is.
You want to enter here, your stop loss is here,
Yes, sir.
and then you just see this nasty candle jumping from way up here,
Yeah,
coming in hot. You're just like, holy shit.
yeah. I'm like, fuck, I'm
You
cooked.
better respect my zone, bro. Right? This you see this nasty candles, boom,
Yeah,
making its
that's
way,
crazy. Yeah,
mobbing, and then it
yeah,
stops. And now you have to make the decision, like, dang, what am
yeah.
I gonna do?
Right.
So you can either take this with the under leverage risk, or you can wait for a lower time frame confirmation here.
Yeah,
Your
this
risk,
is on the daily, right? It's on the
yes,
daily.
exactly. So your risk may be a little bigger because it's wick. However, this is
Yeah.
the confirmation, and then the
Oh, for
market
sure, for
just
sure.
jumps,
Okay.
right? So you can wait for the lower time frame, or you just wait for the same time frame to come back. It just
Okay.
takes forever,
Yeah, yeah,
right? But it is what it is.
yeah,
But
yeah.
this is why I like
Right.
to take opportunities as they come. Like I
Yeah.
can't be scared, and if I take a
That's crazy.
loss,
Uh,
you just have to understand how to adapt and get back in, right? I
yeah,
know you know how. So if this
yeah,
stop,
yeah.
if this candle would have hit my stop loss, what do I have
Right.
to do next? What am I thinking as soon as this candle hits my stop loss?
Because I know like a while back, you said if you enter at the if you enter at the like body of the candle and then put your uh and then put your stop loss at the
Hmm?
stop loss at the sorry yeah
No, you're good, bro. You're
stop
good.
loss at the wick, and
Hmm.
then after that candle oh, oh, after it like closes on that candle, the, then you like oh you like market 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 like, execute on that candle, and then
Correct.
your stop loss is your stop loss is at the wick,
Correct. That
if
would
that
be
makes
an
sense.
aggressive opportunity. Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That would be aggressive, but you're right, right? You wait for this
yeah.
candle to close.
Right,
And once this candle closes, you have a better understanding of what it wants to do. Did
right.
this candle close below? If this candle
No.
closes below, we can start
Uh,
looking for sales. But
right.
let's say it does wick and then we close
Yeah.
above. If we
Hmm.
stay like this, we can still look for buys.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Josue.
Yeah, no, of course, man, no worries.
So again, phase one. Do we get phase two? Yes, sir. We can see it visually. We have phase two, BOS. The phase three we have is change of direction. Let's go. So it looks like my starting point on this time frame is this candle. And then my left shoulder is going to be this lowest wick to my closest body. And sometimes the shoulder zones will be a bit different, right? I want to go from my lowest wick, which is right here, my lowest wick, to my closest body, which is right there. Close enough. But that's how I draw my shoulder zones. Now, again, does the market come back anytime soon? No, it doesn't come back. It hasn't came back yet. So look, I don't know when the market's going to make its way down here, but when it comes down here, what do you think type of reaction we're going to get? I feel like we're going to get
A
a pretty good
snipe,
reaction. You know what I'm saying?
yes, sir.
Yeah,
Snipe.
one day it'll come back for sure. But that's the thing, guys. Once we get change of direction confirmation, I want to continue looking for buy opportunities. The market will leave these zones here. There's nothing we can do about a missed opportunity. We would have wanted this to come down to here and then continue, but it doesn't do that. So what do we do? What could we do? Right? One, we identify liquidity. We can see liquidity was here. Now we can see the market had just swept it. So it's important to understand liquidity and where liquidity starts as well, because then you're going to have a better understanding of why the market didn't come back down to me. So as soon as the market swept this liquidity, we change direction here and we continue riding to the upside. Now let's drop down and see what's cooking on lower time frames here. Let's actually go down to here. Let's go to that 4 hour. Awesome. So look, this is the daily change of direction. Okay. On the 4 hour, we have a pullback, lower low, lower high, phase one. Break of structure, phase two. That slight break of structure here gave us that liquidity sweep. So we have a BOS at the downside, and now we're waiting for the change of direction. So let's go ahead. Boom. Awesome. Did we get this change of direction, guys? Do we close above? Let me know. I'm gonna zoom in for y'all so y'all can see, because I know y'all blind like me and
Yes,
Paula.
sir.
Let's
Yes,
go.
sir.
We change direction. This is why it's super important to know exactly where I put my change of direction line and where my BOS line uh is supposed to be. So we can see this is a 4 hour 4 candle breakout. My starting point, my last selling candle is right here. That's my demand zone. My left shoulder is here. My stop loss, pretty big, but it is what it is. With the 1 to 3. Now let's take a look and see if we can get something here. No way that was my entry, bro. That was it for real? Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. So, all right, so the market is in my zone now, right? The market is in my zone. Awesome. The market gives me some profit. Now, I could already see the next setup, but I just want to continue for now, and I'll break it down later if it gives it to us. You see how the market just takes the sweet time? Boom. And look at, you see how we just have to wait, guys. The market will literally let us know. The market got caught in consolidation and then said, you know what? It's time. Boom. And just jumped. So we hit take profit. That's fire. That's fire. Imagine, guys, we're on the 4-hour time frame. Have you guys ever held a trade for 14 days before? Has anybody ever held their own 14-day trade?
No, no, sir. I think probably like my longest was like probably like 8 days, 8 days.
Well, get used to swinging these babies. I'm telling y'all, when we understand the structure and we understand the trend, like it's a given. You're gonna continue to swing, right? You're gonna swing them. I mean, you can cut them short, you can definitely cut them short, but I'm telling y'all, like when you get used to riding the trend, you're gonna catch some nice swings. So this was played out awesome. Now this is also what I'm seeing. Notice how we have giant structure here. Lower low, lower high, lower low, and we do break and close above. BOS, change of direction. I'm gonna jump up to the daily time frame real quick just to see if I can adjust my zones or put some zone in specific areas. Sorry guys, I don't know what's going on, but I have like I don't even know, like a dry throat, like a sore throat for some reason. Got some tea with me though. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to pump myself with meds. Now let's go. Let's continue to see if we can get this. Thank you. Thank you. So we have a daily starting point. Now, as the market is coming back down, what should we be doing? A tequila kills germs bad, big bad. As the market is coming back down, Paula, since you want to, give me some shots of tequila, what should we be doing here? As the market is dropping down, what should we do? I know you've been studying.
May you expand on the question, please?
Let's go. So if we're looking for buys and we want to see the inverted head and shoulder, if we continue to drop to the downside, what should we be doing here? Structure-wise, right? I don't want to give you the answer, but it's important that we do what with this structure.
If we want to buy, it has to keep going down.
Okay. Now, this is the thing, right? When do I know when I have my change of direction? To the upside, right? I want to have confirmation on this. So now I have to mark up. That's the thing. When the market is dropping down and coming down to my buy zone, I need to mark up. Does that make sense? And I just continue adjusting. Yes, yes, Jasmine's phase one. As the market continues to drop, I want to continue adjusting. Now, I may be in on buys already. As soon as the market touched right here, I may be in on buys, but we haven't gotten the change of direction confirmation, right? So now, as soon as we get this, now I know I got that change of direction because I marked it up, right? So when you do that, you're like, okay, cool. I was right. Let's go ahead and start looking for some more buys. Make sense? Let me know if that makes sense, guys. It's important if we're looking for buys and the market is coming down to my buy zone, we have to mark up my BOSs and my change of direction line. Okay, let's take a look. We broke structure to the upside. So we have a 4-hour starting point here, but I still want to see if we can get down here. Let's take a look though. All right, daily starting point. Now let's take a look. The market is breaking structure to the downside. Let's drop to a lower time frame so we can see structure. Market is breaking structure. When will I get my change of direction? I need confirmation. The market went high. That's cool. I like it. That just gives me a swing point because check this out, guys. Let's break this down. Are we now flowing to the upside? Can we now see the market is in this upward trend direction now?
But, yes, yes, we can.
Now, if this is my higher high, my higher low, my higher high, and if we can get buys in this area, gives me a higher low, I would like to see if we can continue riding to the upside and make a new higher high. Does that make sense? Give me a 10 if that makes sense, guys. Because of the flow of the market, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. If we can get this structure here, I want to ride this all the way to new highs. All the way to new highs. So my TP will be something like this. Boom. And this is how we start catching these swings. Very important we understand that, especially if we're looking at daily structure. That's swing structure right there. Okay, so let's drop down. Let's take a look. That is not a change of direction, guys, and this is why we wait. If that was a change of direction, we would have needed to see a body close, a full body close above. But notice how we go above and then we close below. This is not a change of direction. We are not ready for buys. Give me a 1 if that makes sense. No change of direction, no opportunity. Didn't I tell you how important phase 3 is? Watch us continue to go down. And if anybody would have been looking for buys here, they would have been getting smacked. And it's simply because they did not wait for this change of direction to the upside. Literally what I'm saying right now, right? My point exactly. BOS at the downside, change of direction line. Let's take a look. That's pretty ugly, but I can honestly see that jumping from there. We sweep these lows. Let's see. My change of direction would be here, though. Unless it's focused on lower time frame, but I would like this one. We changed direction. Awesome. Now let's take a look. This is where I have to start running odds, right? This is where I have to start looking for opportunities. Why? Because I actually got some type of structure confirmation. So if I take a loss here, I have to be okay with that. Why? Because I finally got some type of confirmation. I waited for this. Now I have to start looking for some opportunities. Okay. Now, if the market wants to drop down a bit deeper into this zone, well, then it is what it is. I got fooled, and we'll just get a better risk to reward and then continue making new highs at that time, right? And again, this isn't the cleanest head and shoulder. So, we'll have to see, but let's take a look. No way. Doesn't come back? No way. Oh, it's trash. No worries, though. It is what it is. We'll save it for later. Watch it come back later. But look, this is what I'm seeing here. We have a starting point right here, guys. Now, why? Let's drop down a lower time frame. The market's bullish right now. It's not bullish later. It's bullish right now. So when this happens, sometimes we're going to miss opportunities. And like, there's nothing we can do about that. We just have to continue riding the structure, right? So look at this. Again, they're not always the cleanest, but look at this structure. We sweep liquidity to the downside. We change direction to the upside. Where is my starting point? We can see we have a 3-candle breakout rally. My starting point is right here. That's a nasty snipe. My left shoulder would have been down here. We don't reach that area. It is what it is. But my starting point, it does have an opportunity. Now, the same thing. We have Phase one here, consolidation. We break structure. Phase one here, we break structure, and then we change direction. Awesome. BOS to the downside. Change of direction. My starting point. Now let's jump up to the 1 hour. Maybe a 30-minute. Okay, my 30 minutes a little bit different. I can now stretch the zone up a bit higher. And it looks like we were still missed by a little bit. It is what it is. Nothing we can do about that. But we can see that at least what we were looking for is doing what we want it to do, right? The structure is doing what we want it to do, which is a good thing. It is what it is about missing opportunities. Nothing we can do about that. Now, the same rules apply. Consolidation. And again, I'm not dropping down to the 5 or 1 minute. I'm just trying to keep things simple for you guys. So there probably is an entry if we get advanced with it as it like dropping down to the 1 minute, or even if you're dropping down like nearly down to the seconds, there probably are entries, but I want to keep things very simple for you guys. So consolidation, phase one, phase two, the liquidity sweep, and then phase three, we change direction. My starting point is now here. My left shoulder is here. Market is building consolidation right now. So right now, what I would like to see it do, like there's liquidity here. So now what I would like to see it do is I would like to see it make its one last run and then continue going up. Or give me one last sweep and then continue going up from here. Let's take a look. All right, cool. We broke structure to the downside. I'll use this. BOS at the downside. Change of direction. Let's take a look. Awesome. We can have already gotten in there. This could be our test trade. Boom. This can be our test trade. Take the high. Take the high. Let's continue. Do we change direction? Yes, we do. We have another opportunity. Again, phase one, consolidation. Phase two, BOS, liquidity sweep. Phase three, change direction. We have phase three, automatically gives me phase four. I'm just going to keep that there because that's the starting point, and this is the left shoulder, and the starting point and the left shoulder are like sandwiched. So I'm just going to keep it like this for clarity. Now let's take a look. Guys, I can't make this up if I wanted to.
That's crazy.
I can't make this. Sometimes you're going to be missed, but we can't be like, oh, we can't be, emotional about it. We just have to continue finding opportunities and just wait for the market to come to our zones. Even if we were anticipating, the way we did right here, right? We were anticipating another buy, but it missed. Sometimes it's going to miss. It's going to continue. Just be ready for this one now. If you were ready, hey, you got in. If you weren't ready, maybe you missed it. Maybe you were late like me. Now I have to wait for this one. But look at this. Again, how many days did this take from entry to take profit? That was 1 day. That was 1 day. Fire. Look at this clean structure. Now, again, look at this. This pullback. This pullback is phase one, phase two, phase three. Look at how we have a starting point right here. Starting point. Dang, this was a shoulder snipe for sure, too. Fire. Now let's take a look. This trade was a hitter. Let's see if we can get something right here somewhere. It all depends on where you want to enter. I'll go ahead and enter on. Do you trade gold? The only reason I'm asking is because isn't there zone That zone still hasn't come back to according to starting point and head and shoulder. Yes, sir. I'm still waiting for those. Yep. I mean, the gold is dropping right now, right? Gold's been bullish and has been, let's just say, we'll go look at gold in a little bit. But let's just say this is gold right now on the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, the starting point is way down here, and gold looks like it wants to pull back a little bit now, right? Send us, hop on the call, my boy, hop on the call. We get that pullback. If we can get down here, I'm sending it, boy. I'm sending it. Let's go ahead and see. Oh, we continue to go higher. It is what it is. What can we do? Nonetheless, BOS to the downside. We continue going higher. Our new starting point is here. Let's just go to the higher time frame real quick and take a look. I definitely like this area for sure. Let's take a look. Go to 1 hour. Now, sometimes, guys, you are going to see zones like this, right? There's a zone that's going to be left and then a brand new zone that's going to be created. How do you know which one to take? How do you know which one to take? Well, this is the thing. Which one is first? Which one is first in line? Is it the black arrow or is it, let's see, the red arrow? Which one comes first? If the market wants to drop down, which one's going to get hit first? The black one, right? So from my experience, I like to take trades as they come. And right now, this is the first in line. Opportunity 1, opportunity 2. I can test trade this. If I get confirmation, change of direction, we're going higher. I can now put a 1% in this area and send it back up. If I take a test trade and I take a loss, I know exactly where it's headed. I could take another test trade. Once I get confirmation, I'm going to take this and swing it all the way to new highs. Give me a 10 if that makes sense. Or you don't have to take trades as they come. You can wait for phase 1, phase 2, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. It's time. You can wait for this whole thing to happen again if you want. What makes you feel comfortable? Do you want to test trade? If you don't want to test trade, then don't. Just wait for this. Yes, you can. You can take a SP violation to that lower zone, 100%. I personally don't, but you definitely can. What time frame do you like? I trade everything but the 1 minute pretty much, right? So I mainly trade the daily and 4 hour zones like this for trend. And then as the market is dropping down on the 1 hour, I will mark up these 1 hour zones. And then as the market is inside my entry point, I like to drop down to the 5 minute and see if I can get that 5 minute change of direction. And then once I get that 5 minute, I want to see if I can get that 1 hour change of direction. So I know that might be a little complicated, but let's see. I'll go type it right here. So 4 hour daily trend direction, 1 hour structure. Let's see. Marking up structure on the way to opportunity, on the way to opportunity. Oops. And then 5 minute. Wait for a change of direction for entry. Right. This is the only thing I'm not doing. I'm not dropping down to the 5 minute and making things a bit more complicated, right? You don't have to drop down to the 5 minute. You can see we're doing everything on the 1 hour. You can trade on the 1 hour if you prefer. If dropping down to the 5 minute makes you and gives you anxiety, it doesn't make you feel good. it creates a hostile environment. You don't need to drop down to the 5 minute. Drop down to whatever minute or hour that makes you feel comfortable taking trades. Okay. Let's take a look. Market's continuing to ride. That's insane. All right, it's on its way to our zone. Cool. We have a break of structure to the downside here. Change of direction line is there. BOS, a very, very slight BOS. My change of direction is here. Do you guys see that? Like, it looks like we got missed. Sometimes that's going to happen. Now let's take a look. My next starting point is right here. Let's see if we can get in and continue going higher. Okay, cool. So look, this is what happens, right? Market's going to miss our zone sometimes and give us opportunities. Now look, we're on the 1 hour. If I drop down to this 15-minute, we're going to see some pretty decent structure, right? This is what you're seeing before any of this plays out. I promise y'all, a lot of you guys are biting on this, including myself. Consolidation, liquidity sweep, change of direction. And we barely missed this, right? So that's a miss. So this is where I have to start running my opportunities. Am I going to take a buy zone here, knowing that I may hit stop loss for my next zone? So this is what I could be doing. I want to take these highs, and I can also get in here. Oops. Stop loss at the low with the minimum 1 to 3. These are my 2 buy zones that are present at the moment, right? So again, let's take a look. So we can see market hit our stop loss. This zone wasn't the one. We took 1 test trade loss. We're in at our second zone. Now let's see if we can catch this trade on the snipe. Let's see if we can change direction here. Early signs of change of direction, because technically this is my dominant low and dominant high. So I would love to see the market change direction here, actually. But if I want to, what the heck? But if I want to be, what the heck is going on? I'm clicking the wrong button, bro. But if I want to see more movement to the upside, I need to see this. Lower low, lower high, lower low, change of direction. But I want to see if this internal structure can give us this move first, okay? Let's see. Change of direction. Now, does it come back and give me an opportunity, or does it just take off? It just takes off. It is what it is. Cool. But we can see, look, we're in profit right now, bro. We're in profit right now. Are we going to smack TP? Yes. Oh, actually, I wanted this, so. It's 9:05. Are you trying to kick me off, Josue, or what?
No, I was just want to give you a heads up, just in case,
Oh,
like if you were
nah,
on
I
topic.
nah, I know, bro. I ended up starting to call late, so
Oh, no
I
worries
wanted
then.
I
I'm
wanted to
sorry
give
then.
you else.
My bad.
Not how you're good, bro.
My
You're
bad,
good.
brother.
And we cooking right now. We cooking. Awesome. So we have that. This is my next starting point, and my inverted here. Now, I ain't gonna lie. This ain't the prettiest structure. I'm on top. Vinny gets off. That's what I'm saying, right? This isn't the prettiest structure. And I do know there are buy zones down here, right? So let's take a look. Oh, hell no. Y'all gonna respect it like that? BOS to the downside. Understand where your BOSs are. My change of direction. Okay, cool. That's what I was kind of hoping for. Dang, this wick kind of messes things up. I'm just gonna use this. BOS to the downside. Let's see if we can get some momentum. All right, cool. So we're back in the starting point, and this is the structure that I'm seeing now. Lower low, lower high, lower low, and we make our way higher. So our first opportunity is the starting point. Let's take a look. Looks like it wants the left shoulder. Your stop loss would be here. Let's see if it comes down to my original zone or if we were enticed. Yeah, that's ugly structure. However, I do like that it's consolidating, and I think that the market is looking to make its way back down and retrace now. But let's take a look. And that's fine with me, right? Because at some point, I want the market to come down to these zones anyways. So let's take a look. Oh, did it fool me out, bro? I was gonna say, what the heck? That's wild. Let's go. BOS, change of direction. Let's take a look. Keep going. Dang. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. But look, I seen this too. And I was like, that kind of looks fishy. And I don't ever trade GBP AUD, so I don't really know its tendencies. But notice how we wick below this structure and then we change direction here. Look at this last selling candle. That was the move that it took. That's wild. So we can see, guys, that the markets are marketing, bro. The math is mathing. We take liquidity, we sweep this low, and we literally create structure. Now, if I was a bit more detailed, this is something we definitely could have caught. Boom. Send this back up. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame real quick. Awesome. I'm liking this structure here. BOS to the downside, change of direction. My next starting point is right here. Let's see if we can continue riding this bullish momentum. But look, it looks like it wants to save this zone for later. If we get this structure, the market is ready now. So let's see. Ain't no way. Come back for me, big dog. Come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. Let's go. Oh, no way, bro. You serious? You serious? That's wild. But I do see liquidity, right? I'm gonna keep that in mind. But look at, can you see anything else, guys? Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Sometimes they're gonna save these zones for later. And when they're ready to go, they're ready to go. It sucks, right? And that's probably why I don't trade GBP AUD. But what's up, Austin?
So obviously we're all human. We're not perfect, right?
Right.
So we have, impulses. So when the market makes moves like that, obviously I feel like you're a very detailed trader. Like you mark up every break of structure, every change of direction. But
Mhm.
even the market's gonna fake, it's gonna fake you out here and there.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
What is your I guess, actions that you take when the market fakes you out like that. Because obviously, like, I struggle impulsively. So, like, me personally, I'd be like, oh crap, I missed the move. Let me try to get in, let me go down to the 5 minute and try to get in. Like, what is your kind of like disciplined, actions that you do?
Okay, cool. So that's a great question because I want to catch this just like everybody else too, right? I want to catch this move just like everybody else. Now, what I like to do is I like to drop down to a time frame where I feel like structure is clean for me. The heck, what was that? I thought I was home alone. Yeah, well, I was low-key like, yo, who at my house right now? Um, but as the market's dropping down, I want to find structure that looks clear to me because I know all this is doing is either going to come down to me or it's going to sweep liquidity and take off. It's one of those two is going to happen. It's either going to meet me right here or it's going to stop in the middle somewhere and continue going. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and find structure. And once I see structure that I feel like I want to risk capital on, I'm going to start risking capital. I'm going to start running my odds. Now, again, not every trade is going to be that trade. You're like, okay, this is the one. Because if I see something that looks like this, consolidation, BOS, trendline liquidity, change of direction, all I'm thinking is we're going down one more time. So I'm not gonna bite on every single one. I want to bite on something that looks clean to me, something that you've back tested that looks super, super clean. And that's all I could really, explain. Like that's what I like to do with detail. I'm either waiting here or I drop down. As soon as I see this massive drop, I'm dropping down, finding every pullback that looks clean and something I'm willing to risk on. And once I see this, I'm gonna start jumping on it. So let's drop down one time frame. I can already see we're on the 1 hour time frame. Again, this isn't the cleanest, but I do like when I get a wick. And again, the low is the wick, right? We didn't make a consolidate and then break and then consolidate and then go, right? We built liquidity, swept, changed direction, and then started to do that up here. So let's see. Do we get some type of entry? Change of direction happens where at exactly? Here. Very, very faint. I ain't gonna lie. I probably wouldn't have taken this, but it does look like that was given. I ain't gonna lie, I would have rather have this opportunity here. But let's take a look and see what the 30-minute has. Oh yeah, 30-minute. Again, I'm a fan of jumping up and widening out. This is the 15-minute shoulder zone, guys. Look at how tiny that is. And no, I ain't gonna lie, you will have some times where you just boom, snipe, and it's gone. But I personally do not care about the snipe. I'll be honest, I don't care about the snipe. If you do, jump to the lower zones and tighten up. If you don't, jump up a time frame or two and widen out. Now look at we can see left shoulder, neckline, head, change of direction happens here. Sniper entry, we're gone. And we're gone. Does that make sense, Austin?
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. Now, again, guys, there's nothing we can do about that. Some markets, you're gonna understand some markets have tendencies to do that shit. Like, I don't like they just do. Someone said GBP AUD, I think. EUR AUD. I don't know where I am, but let me go ahead and let's see. Oh, look at this one right here, bro. This is nice. We can see we're in a downtrend, right? We can definitely see we're in a downtrend right now. Like if you think we're looking for buys in here, you're freaking loco. You're going crazy. If you see the market is this bearish, I want to look for sells. But look at what they give you. In a downtrend, they're going to give you some type of inverted. And look, they may give you a little bit of opportunity, but most of the time they're going to get smacked. They may give you a little bit of opportunity, but look, smack. They may give you a little bit of opportunity, but smack, right? How do I know when it's really time for a change of direction or start looking for buys? We actually change direction. Hey, appreciate you, Josue. You have a great night, bro. You have a good day at work tomorrow. I have to do the same too. I gotta wake up at 6. I feel that. But look at same thing. Same rules apply. This was just a nasty pullback. Yeah, so I'm saying. Lower low, lower high. But look at the lower high. Phase 1, phase 2, and we don't change direction until here. Now, we get a little bit of drawdown, that's for sure. But do we hit stop loss? And that's a no. We definitely hit drawdown. We get sniper entry, drawdown, and then boom. And maybe you hit break even, right? Depending on how you trade. I mean, I wouldn't have broken even yet. My break even's at 1 to 2, but some people do break even at 1 to 1. So that's a 1 to 1. If you hit break even, nothing you can do about getting hit break even, but look at what it does. Look at what the structure does. Phase 1, phase 2. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. I'm gonna move my zone right here now. My stop loss right here now. Sniper entry. Boom. Now look, it doesn't just end there, guys. It doesn't end there. Look at this. Let's drop down the lower time frame so it makes sense. I know I want to enter here. I know I want to enter here, but where is my closest BOS? My closest BOS is here. Change of direction line is here. Yeah. Sniper. When do we change direction? We have to wait. We have to wait. We have to, boom. We got the change of direction. So now, thanks, Jasmine. Appreciate your time. Appreciate your time. We'll go ahead and end it with this too. So you good, you good. But look at this. All we have to do is wait. Market comes back up, smacks it, and then we're gone. Riding off into the sunset. Let's go back up so we can actually ride off into the sunset. Let's go. Let's go. Guys, give me a 10 if this is making sense right now. Wow. Wow, Paula. Fire. Fire, fire. Well, let's go to gold real quick, just so I can break that down. Let's go to the weekly. Look at this, guys. Look at this nasty drop with gold, right? This is the daily starting point. You don't think that gold's dropping for a reason? You don't think gold is dropping for a reason? Let's go to the weekly. This is the weekly starting point on gold. You don't think gold is dropping for a reason? Everybody who is scalping gold are looking for trades on the 1 hour, 5 minute, 15 minute. Everybody got clapped. But look, this is what we're doing. Possible buy zone, possible buy zone. If you're looking for buys on gold to continue, this is what we have to do. BOS to the downside. Change of direction line. Now we wait. Now we wait. Is the market going to go ahead and change direction? If that's the case, we could start looking for buys. Or is the market going to go ahead and continue down? If that's the case, we continue to mark up. We could take test trades, but if you don't feel comfortable test trading, then we wait for this change of direction, and then we go ahead and take the opportunity there. What's up, Austin?
All right, just real quick. When you have sorry, I'm gonna annotate real quick, but right here. Okay, I can't annotate. Like right.
Not bad. I'm gonna move it. All right, you're good.
Oh, there we go. Okay. When we break structure, when we have like this, is this wick right here? Is that your high, or is it this one right here?
Okay, that's a great question. So, let's say you are looking to counter trend, because I know people love to ping pong, right? Now, for me, if I'm focused on the highest wick near my starting point for my stop loss, for a tighter stop loss, I'm gonna use this wick here. But if I want to use the actual high, this is my low, this is my high, and then everything inside that is just internal. So if I wanted to use my high, the high would be here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, gotcha.
Same thing here, right? Like, let's move this out the way. If you're looking to counter trends how this, which there are opportunities, I just personally don't. Like, I just rather wait. BOS happened. Starting point. Now, again, if I'm focused on the highest wick near my starting point, I would rather use this one than this one. That's just me. But if you want to use the dominant high, lower low, lower high, everything inside of this is internal. Does that make sense? So, but I already know nobody's going to go ahead and use this as their stop loss. I wouldn't even do that shit. So like I already know that, but I also don't want to have my stop loss super, super tight too. So it has to like, I like to give and take and compromise and put it in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that makes sense. But any questions before we hop off, guys? Any questions before we go ahead and call it for the night? Because Josue booked me and he's like, yo, it's 9:05, bro. Get off. Get off. Yeah, that's funny, huh? Josue's my dog, bro. This is what we're waiting for with gold right now. So that's literally all we can do. I mean, you can look for counter trend sales as well, obviously. Um, this would be the counter trend sale here. We may continue dropping from there. We may, right? If you're looking for buys, just wait. But any questions, guys, before we hop off? Let me know. Let me know, man. I'm here to serve you guys. And I wanted to take my time with this because I really want you guys to understand the picture of phase one, phase two, phase three, and phase four. And sometimes, when gold sales, no, I did not catch any gold sales. Most of my attention goes to indices. Unless gold is in my next buy zone, I kind of just like she doesn't get attention from me, to be honest. She don't get attention. But I hope y'all did. I hope you guys caught some sales for sure. But again, guys, it's important we understand these phases because it helps us grab clarity in the markets. When we understand the phases, whether it's simple structure or consolidation structure, we really understand it's a waiting game and we can see it now. Now that we're back testing a bit more, we can see it now that, okay, if I want to take the first trade, I 100% can. But when is my second trade? When is my second? When is my confirmation trade? And we can see as we back test, sometimes it messes around and then it jumps and then boom, once we get that jump that makes that change of direction clear, it's easy to see once you see it. Um, Noah Fire, gonna review this again for sure. You break it down so easy to understand to get where I get where I mess up. Hey, that's perfect, bro. That's the whole point too, is understanding. Like we can't just continue to stay the same because if we know we're not doing great and we know we can do better, maybe we're doing good too, but we know we can do better. This is where we hop on and understand where we lack, we know our strengths, but where are our weaknesses at? And when we can identify our weaknesses, then we can start to just sharpen, sharpen, and sharpen. So and I do the same thing, guys. You guys know I hop on with coach all the time. I still ask him questions. I'm still a still student of his, just like, a lot of you guys are to um Mike, and I'm still a student of Mike as well, so I'm still a student just like you guys. I ask my questions all the time because I continuously want to get better. Hey, me too, bro. Me too. But with that being said, guys, I appreciate you guys for your time. Hopefully, you guys were able to grab some clicking moments. If you guys have any questions, if you guys need help with anything, you guys need questions on markups, because I know a lot of you guys are marking up now. Um, Tag me in the chats. Let me know what you guys need help with. Send me direct messages on Telegram or on Instagram. Reach out to me, guys. I'm always willing to help you guys. I'm here for y'all. I'm here to serve. So if you guys need me, hit me up. Closed mouths do not get fed. I will